The fuck?
I don't know.
I moved my mouse over something and it muted. Okay.
He's like doing the monkey.
Yeah, you were never a Johnny Bravo fan?
Freaking love Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, do the monkey.
Yeah.
You're not doing
It's
the
one of
monkey.
one of my I have to say probably one of my top 10 favorite cartoon characters of all time. Easy.
Yeah, yeah. I liked them a lot more when I was younger. I think I've matured a little bit, but
Sure.
I still think he should be required watching for everyone between the ages of 10 and 35. But
Absolutely. Know how to actually interact with a woman. Um,
which is exactly the way Johnny does.
yes.
Hey, baby.
Or
Welcome back to my place.
Barney
What you
Stinson
doing?
from Married with Children. One of the greatest characters. Also,
Yeah.
huge fan. I've always liked his work, despite his weirdness off stage, off camera, whatever. He's played some very very uh,
The,
memorable
the
characters.
actor was Barney Stinson, or the character. I know what I'm
From
looking at.
Not Married with Children, from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay, yeah. Like
I
Married
never
with
watched
Children.
Doogie
I'm like,
Hazard.
are you talking about Mr. Darcy or Jefferson, like the second husband?
No.
Like,
From How I Met Your Mother,
yeah, like
the
okay, yeah.
the
No,
serial
Barney.
womanizer.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I watched Doogie, but I was like 8,
I,
so
I I didn't watch it or the Wonder Years. They were like same time period. I
yeah,
was busy
I'll
actually,
watch most of this.
doing things. But I really liked him in
I'm just
Starship
saying.
Troopers.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my character in Bo's GURPS game was based on him with some differences. And
That I had a planned opening conversation and everything too.
well,
I was going to greet you with like, "How are you doing, Mister Anderson?" And thank you for the birthday present, I guess.
yeah, we missed you last night on Connell's show. Um,
Yeah.
it was interesting. Bruce joined us.
You have no
We,
idea what I'm talking about, right? Do you?
no, I don't. That's why I changed the subject.
Did you not send me this,
Oh,
Mister
got it.
Anderson? You signed
Oh,
it, Shadow Anderson.
no, and son.
Okay, okay. I see that now. I thought it was Anderson.
No. That's why I didn't understand what you were talking about. I'm glad you
Yeah.
got it, which is weird because I sent George something the same day, and he hasn't mentioned it. So, which is weird because
Yeah.
tomorrow will be a week. That's really good that it got to you that quick.
It
Uh,
got to me this morning.
Mind you, the shipping was crazy, but I
Oh
didn't.
yeah. I'm not sending you
Don't worry, dude. Like
$26. Like, oh, this is why you use UPS, man. This would have been $6.
I did use UPS. Oh no, USPS. A UPS would have been 57. Unless you have a
Sure about
deal
that?
with them, their prices are insane. Same with
All right.
FedEx. And I realized I could have just bought it and had it shipped that way, but then I couldn't autograph it. And
Yes.
when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. It might take forever, but
I know what that's like.
I do keep my word. And
I, I either do something promptly, I do something that takes forever, or I stall until we're no longer friends, so I don't have to do it anymore.
good luck with that one. Um,
I haven't promised to do anything for you, so
no. I just meant we're going to be friends forever, whether you like it or not. Whether I like it or not, it's just one of those things, man. Um, or at least the
fuck.
rest of my lifetime.
Challenge accepted.
At least in this particular incarnation, in quotes.
George, how you doing?
What's up, George? Why the hell haven't you got my package yet?
Yeah,
Justin got his, and he's in freaking Canada. Sent him the same damn day.
yeah.
I
Well,
like it,
it probably
and
came straight to Toronto, and then like it probably got on a plane from wherever you are to Toronto, then to the distribution hub to me, right? Where George, it's probably like going on a truck down a highway to like freaking Detroit, then to fucking back to California, then to New York, then to Arizona or wherever the
I
fuck
could
he
check the
is.
tracking number, but
That
did you?
happens. That happens a lot with internal distribution, though.
That only happens when I send something to Raven. It'll go to St. Louis, Chicago, Illinois, then back to St. Louis. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And Raven, did you spell that properly? No.
ASAP.
I don't know how that's feasible.
If
Uh,
she was going to be here ASAP, she would be here by now.
yeah, but then again, I'm the guy who can fall asleep in the shower, so I've done that. But you know,
This
party
is why
favor.
I take baths. You don't fall down in baths.
Yeah, but you can drown.
Yeah, well,
Actually, most people could drown. I doubt you could. There's that much space in the bathtub for you to actually be able to.
I have to cross my legs to get my shoulders in the tub. And it's a full size tub.
I don't want to picture any of this, so please stop.
I didn't
Let me
want to
see.
picture some Latin guy's penis while he was stroking it,
Neither did I.
Oh
Neither
dear
did
but
I.
God, what
you
have I
did not
walked into?
stop when I
What
told
have
you
you
to.
walked into? The same thing you walk into every Friday. Us trying to take over the damn world.
Is it Friday?
Dear God.
Denver post office is all on dope. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
What
Dope. I
one?
mean, that could be uh,
Weed,
So what's
coke.
with all those packages? You were talking about sending out packages.
yeah. Anytime I send you a package priority, that's a sure way to make sure it doesn't get there for 2 weeks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, same way, same
you
thing.
didn't pay
Remember?
priority on that, did you?
Yeah,
Uh,
you
uh,
did. And the last one I sent him was also priority, and it took him about as long to get it out to him. So
Yeah.
so whereas Denver's on dope, Illinois is on crack
needs to
or
be on dope.
they're on heroin. Let's be fair, they're on heroin or maybe ecstasy. I don't know, but dope. Was that weed or was that like uppers and downers back in the day? I never understood which one they were talking about. Dope. Weed
Dope.
makes sense.
Whatever releases your
Do-
dopamine in the brain. That's where that word comes from, is dopamine. And
yeah.
whenever you it's the happy receptors in your brain when they get triggered, then you're in a good
Well,
mood.
that's all of them then.
That's doped out. But
So
Isn't that
like,
all of them? Don't all of
um,
them do that? I can't remember.
well, that's
Ever.
true. Not all of them do. Well, see, cocaine is so dangerous because cocaine releases all those endorphins at one time, and then that's why it's so addictive because then your brain has to wait and kind of build up a supply again. And in the meantime, the
you're
person
trying to
is
get
just
high again.
trying to get high again, trying to get high again, and they have got nothing left.
I wouldn't know anything about that. But
Where
I
thanks.
learned
Raven
about
would
that in
have
rehab.
first.
I
You
was in
learned
rehab
about
for a
that
little
in
while.
I
rehab.
was about to say Raven knows that
That
from
says
firsthand
so much.
experience.
I'm not
Oh
I'm
shit.
not embarrassed to say, yeah, I did. You know, I, I learned all kinds of stuff, and I came out of there with a list of things I wanted to try.
Like
Okay.
I walk, Raven. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad.
Oh yeah,
I assume you're already on your second case of bourbon.
no. I haven't been able to get a case this week. My Jeep's been in the shop.
I
Got this
haven't been able
thing.
to get a case this week.
No, we can't.
She actually shout out.
Oh
Do you know how much a bottle of bourbon goes for these days?
yeah,
About $25.
yeah.
25. Yeah, and if she's
25,
25,
buying a
30.
25 and up.
case, she's buying a
No,
case.
I don't buy it by the case. I don't make that kind of money. But if I did, I would.
Fucking Grandma Lush over here.
Who you calling grandma?
You.
Yeah, it's not like some of us who could be a grandpa but don't know. I'm pretty sure she would know if she was a grandma. Just
Yeah.
saying. And
I've seen
again,
those cats.
but then again, maybe all those alien visitations and stuff, and she's got a little hybrid baby out there somewhere she don't
Oh
know
God,
about.
no.
They did the flashy thing and made her forget.
I doubt that. No,
Well,
no
I
way.
kind of don't.
I'm pretty sure the high levels of drug use was just blacked out an entire like 5 year period of Raven's life.
5 years? Those are rookie numbers.
Well, I say like one installment. I didn't say it's the only time she has method.
So like 5 years, then a couple of minutes of clarity, another 5 years, a couple of moments of clarity. What do you mean by Mr. Hand there, George? I was trying to figure that out. It's been 40 plus years since I saw that movie.
Mr. Hand,
No, not the hint like that. Talking about the uh,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
the come
There's a
on,
really
what's
good
his name?
bathroom scene in that movie.
No, Cartman and why can't I think of the cartoon? What's the
No,
cartoon?
no, no, not South Park. It
South
says
Park.
Fast Times
South
at
Park.
Ridgemont High. It
Oh,
says
I saw
Fast
that movie.
Times.
Yeah. Okay.
It says, yeah,
I thought you
Mr.
were talking
Hand.
about South Park.
I think that was the drug dealer or the teacher, one or the other. Oh,
It
yeah,
was
it's
the
been a
it was
while.
the teacher. It was the teacher for the class that Spicoli had the pizza delivered.
Oh, okay.
He was also my
Okay.
favorite Martian.
Yeah, 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 the old guy.
Hmm.
The but still, bathroom scene.
Again, 40 years, so I'm not.
The guy's going to the bathroom and he's looking out the window. And what's her name's taking out the red bikini? Isn't that Fast Times?
Oh,
Isn't that Fast
oh,
Times at
okay.
Ridgemont High?
Yeah. Phoebe Cates and Judd Reinhold.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. She was something.
Yep. Perfect out there, Raven. It's okay. You can enjoy boobs too. It's all right. Boobs. Oh, so how far into that book? How to Write a Western? Have you gotten?
I'm about halfway through it, but my bookmark has got dust on it, so I'm gonna uh, hold on. I have to take this call.
Okay, Raven, how far have you gotten through the?
Which book? Which
uh,
book are you talking about?
um, give me a minute. Nope, I threw it over here. This one right here.
Okay, that's a new one for
Yes,
me. So I've gotten nowhere in it.
yes, you haven't. That was the joke. Shadow has it, and he sent me
Oh,
this copy.
gotcha.
And I asked him how far you gotten into it, and then he had to take a phone call. So I just asked you the exact same
Oh,
question
gotcha. Well, hey,
as a
I tried
joke.
this writing assignment thing, and
Yes,
I'm finding it very challenging, very difficult, actually.
that's
Um,
the point. It wouldn't be
so
an
it's
exercise if it wasn't challenging.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to need another week on it because
Take your time.
uh, it's been a nice reprieve mentally, being thinking about that and not thinking about some of the chores and some of the unpleasantries around here. Had a lot of deaths this week. I've been doing a lot of grave digging, so it's not been real pleasant.
Well,
Um,
Raven. When you get back to fiction writing, that's not an exercise. You can use that. That's what they mean by people that do things. Shadow uses that phrase wrong. That's why I call him on it. but you can use that emotionally in your writing about burying dead things and having to deal with dead stuff and maybe write some monster hunting stories where you have to like bury a friend or something. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can write a restaurant where your horse dies and then you have to bury it because you're like weird and don't eat the meat.
I was gonna say you would, of course, have it deep fried or put on
Hey,
a
deep
barbecue
fried
spit.
horse is good.
My God. Oh my God. Where did you get your culinary um sense of
Reality.
exploration there? I mean, you're just very you like eat anything almost, right?
Almost. I will not eat feces of any kind,
Well,
no matter how much times it's been digested by a cat. Don't care.
so what's the strangest food you've ever ate? What's the most bizarre, strangest thing you've ever ate?
I've not actually eaten that many bizarre things. I've had battered
Oh, gross.
mealworm deep fried.
Really?
Yeah, yes, it
Ooh.
was gross. Uh, I just I won't eat testicles. I just
Rocky Mountain oysters? No Rocky
yeah
Mountain oysters for you.
I won't do it. I have too much respect for
I
my
won't
own
either.
balls to
Oh my
not
God.
eat someone else's.
I can't even believe
Uh,
they actually serve that. It's just so disgusting. Have you ever had escargot?
Escargot, yes, yes, yes. I've had escargot. I think we have
That was
some
gross.
frozen snails in my freezer right now.
Oh, you're kidding
Uh,
me. You really like that stuff?
I don't mind it.
Oh my
Um,
God. Really? My mom
uh,
tricked me into eating one. We were at this
okay, so
fancy
so
restaurant.
we sometimes do this thing once again: deep fry or fried snail. Like we thaw them out, fry them, then serve them with like a sweet sauce or something. Uh, frog legs are pretty good too.
I have had
Frog
frog
legs.
legs, and they didn't tell me that they were frog legs, and I thought it was chicken.
Yeah,
They told me
yeah,
after the meal, so they tricked me into eating that too. So those
yeah,
weren't bad. But
yeah,
the snail things, I couldn't handle the snail thing, so they did them in a garlic butter.
yeah, yeah.
And just
Garlic butter's good.
those, uh, ugh, I can't do that. I can't really do clams or oysters. I did get uh, peer
I threw up
pressured
once.
into
I threw
doing
up
a
once
chalk.
after eating 200 oysters in a single sitting.
Oh my God, 200? Oh
200
my
of them.
God, no.
I
How the
threw up.
hell? Did
Uh,
you just swallow them?
no. I just like grab 25, grab 50. Just
But did you chew them or did you just
yes, yes,
swallow them?
yes. Chew, chew,
Oh,
chew,
gross,
slur,
man.
chew, whatever.
Oh, God. I
I
can't
ate them
handle that
properly.
texture.
Yeah, it
Ew.
was just we were at a buffet and they were the only appetizing things, so I just kept eating them. And
Oh, my God.
yeah,
I was at an oyster bar and there was no way in hell I was going to do it. But I got shamed into it with the people I was with, and they had the whole little section of that bar chanting, to do it. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it now. So
well,
I
this
managed to
is-
keep it down. It started to come right back up, but I managed to swallow it back down again. I'm like,
yeah.
give me my beer.
I think it was mostly I overate.
So have you ever
No,
had
no, no.
calamari?
Yes, calamari. Now, I've had good calamari and bad calamari, and there is no such thing as in between in that. It is either soft and easy to chew or just rubber.
Yeah. The one I
Yeah,
have is a river. Okay, so what about
yeah.
rattlesnake? Have you ever had rattlesnake?
Not rattlesnake, but I have had other snake.
I've had
I've had
rattlesnake. I went to a restaurant in Arizona. I lived there briefly for about 8 months, and that's their specialty. And yeah, I got once again, I kind of got shamed into. I cave to peer pressure sometimes, I guess, especially with culinary things. So okay, so I tried a piece of it, and it was very tough and very chewy. In fact, after about 10 minutes, I'm just flat out tired of chewing. I just spit it out my
yeah.
napkin.
Okay. So that's probably just the way they're cooking it. There probably should be what's that thing where you soak the chicken in the brine. There's a word for it. It's escaping me. Should probably
Um,
be doing that with the rattlesnake or whatever.
they like dipped it in some kind of batter and deep fried it. It's gross.
Okay, yeah, it should have probably been tenderized first. Um,
Definitely.
because you can do that. I think that probably be like the one I had. I don't know what breed it was. It was a snake. Um, but it was baked.
Baked.
Or yeah, baked.
So what was the texture like?
Uh, it was kind of like you know how you get like it came apart. Not quite like fish, but not quite like chicken. Closer to chicken
Okay.
on that kind of like. But I think it was there was something done to it before that the meat was prepared.
So it comes off like in little sections. So it comes apart,
Uh,
or is it stringy
closer
like chicken?
closer to like a chicken breast, but
Okay.
more muscle. So it was weird. They did something to the meat that to tenderize it,
Uh huh.
but
Okay. What about sushi? Do you go to sushi bars?
uh, I don't dislike sushi, but there are sushi restaurants that don't just do the fish wrap thing. They do the other stuff that's part of that style of food.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that I find more enjoyable um, than the fish wrap.
Oop, too loud.
I
Yeah.
tried some kind of a bass that
Yeah.
was
We're in the food segment of this show, Shadow.
Oh, okay. You'll have to excuse me. Life
Yeah.
and stuff.
Raven, you're breaking up. I heard bass wrap or something. I think we lost Raven.
Well, I probably kicked her off coming back or something. I don't know.
Ah, I don't think it works that way, but uh, we're talking about weird foods.
Ah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them out
yeah.
there.
Well, the ones that you've eaten. What's the
Anything that comes out of the ocean, that's weird to me. Um,
yeah
Soup, that's weird.
soup?
I'd rather eat, yeah, any kind of soup. To me is really weird. I'd rather
I
just have
Raven.
the meal and a glass of water. You know, most of the ingredients are better without being soaked in water for hot water for a couple of hours. Just
Okay, so the point of soup, like originally, like I like a good soup, but you intensify the flavors and you stretch the amount of the food that you like.
yeah,
You
yeah.
you
See,
you can't eat like a thigh bone from a cow, but you can put it into a soup and make the water that is boiling in
yeah, yeah. See,
taste really good.
between Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and my own experience with my parents being really poor for a while,
Yeah,
um, most of our life actually, it was just poor people food. And I would tell a little story. My parents used to make this soup called autumn soup, and it
yeah,
had all kinds of weird shit in it. My brother and I, we fucking hated it. It would take
yes.
days to make, and we would just like dread the day that it was coming. Right? You
What was
know.
the? Well, first of all, it shouldn't take days to make.
Well, a day and a half, whatever.
No,
For them,
it shouldn't even take that long.
for them, certain things were harder, so it took longer. Um,
Okay, but
and my brother and I, we just dreaded, it's coming, because there were other things that they cooked just like that we freaking went nuts over. But this
yeah.
was one of those things. And one day they were making it, and I hear this, cursing in the kitchen. I go in, and there's like ants that come in and then just dove into the soup,
Yeah.
just sacrificed themselves to the on the altar of autumn soup. And that was the last time they ever cooked it. And we were quite happy. Unfortunately, the other recipe that my mom made was this weird spaghetti that had a liquid smoke in the sauce, so the sauce was literally black, and everybody who ever saw it went, "What the fuck is that?" And it was freaking amazing. And that recipe died with my mom. I have a copy of it, but her handwriting was so god awful that even AI couldn't decipher it.
Well, do you actually have a copy of it?
I think I might still,
Find
but
it,
that
take a very clear up and down photo of it, and send it to me.
okay. Mind you, it was in pencil and it was written
Doesn't matter.
oh maybe 20 years ago. So who knows? And I'd have to dig to find it. But if I
Well,
ever do find it, I will send it to you. Like I
yeah,
said, it had you know like celery and hamburger and onions and liquid smoke and tomatoes and so the sauce was black and it would be served over pasta that had been they take a can of tomato soup and throw
yeah,
it in the pasta and just mix it so the pasta was red or orange
yeah.
whatever and then pour it over that and oh man I can still remember it even though I haven't had it in 25 years.
You're gonna find that thing. I'm gonna make it nice and clean for you, and send it back to you. And
And
you're
then you'll
gonna
make
make
it and
it.
you'll go what the hell is this shit.
You're gonna make it and go. This was nasty. Because
Yeah, I remember
that's
I had this ex girlfriend, and my mom had made it for her and I for dinner one night, and that was when I knew it wasn't going to work out because she tried it and it was pretty obvious she did not like it. And I'm like, okay, test failed to the curb. No, it wasn't like that. We just went our own separate ways a year later or whatever. It was like then I knew it was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
yeah. So Raven, we've established that the weirdest shit Shadow ever ate was his mom's cooking.
I'm telling you, poor people make some weird food. I'm
And
probably the only
anything to
guy.
do with spam.
Spam.
I'm probably the only guy who likes Hormel's tamales in a can.
Oh, gross.
Oh, they're so good. They're greasy.
You ever eat canned chicken?
Yes.
No, no.
Yeah. Oh,
I've seen
it looks like a fucking
an
toxic waste
abortion.
dump
It looks like an abortion.
inside a can of toxic waste.
Yes. Yeah, I can only imagine.
It is the yellowest of yellows when you open the can.
Uh,
No, it shouldn't be yellow. There's your first
that's all the saffron, I'm sure.
Uh, no, Raven. There are some that are like, especially when they're the older cans. Not like they're old, but the way they were done in the 80s and nineties.
Before they did the lining.
No, before they did all the preservative chemicals.
Oh,
Oh God. Oh.
Yeah, it's just the fat. It's just the congealed fat in the broth water, right? But it's just the yellowest of yellows. It's not.
My mom and grandma would make chicken salad with that canned chicken
Yeah.
stuff.
Now I'm talking about the one where they crush the entire chicken in there, like it's been gutted
bones and
and then
all.
bones and all.
Beak,
Oh no.
beak
Yeah.
and feet.
No, they do the proper cleaning of the thing, but
Okay.
there's
Hey, in end of the world situation, you haven't eaten in 6 months. I
you still
guarantee.
don't eat it.
Yeah. I still wouldn't eat
Uh,
it. No.
I was thinking about that because
Take up cannibalism. It's a lot healthier.
I no, it really isn't. I had to throw some stuff out from my survival pantry. I had some Thousand Island dressing that was now brown. Um, yeah,
See, the trick with that is to buy it in bulk, and when you buy the new stuff, because you get the normal new stuff and you add it in there, just put that at the beginning of the list and take from the back and use
the
that
thing is
into your
I bought
kitchen.
it and I don't actually use it.
Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah, because I got spoiled and Now every time I go to In and Out, where they have their own version of Thousand Island that they put on the burgers, I just grab a bunch of those packages and keep them in the fridge and use them. Like 3 of them every Friday. So I've got a stack, but they're not going to last. And I
What you should do is like use a third of a bottle of Thousand Island dressing, and get like 15 or 20 of those packets and
I
pour them
was thinking
in
about that.
there and mix it together. And spread it out.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. While they're in the packet, they're hermetically sealed, and when they start expanding, it's time to throw them out.
Yeah. You'll be able to tell when it's time to throw it out by using
And like I
the
said,
bottle.
we don't use that much to where if we put it in the bottle, it would actually go bad faster in the bottle than it would in the packages.
I think you're making excuses.
Now,
If you're using 3 to 15 at a time, how many you said
no, like
five.
3 every week.
If you use 3 every week, yeah, it's this. You'll go through it. Make the kid use it.
Here's
Did,
make.
did, yeah, well, this is keeping me from ordering a pizza.
Uh,
We were talking about writing, but then Raven asked me about food or something. I don't
oh,
remember.
sorry, I missed
Uh,
that. I had a
yeah, you had a
important
phone call. We were talking about the book, and you had to go right when I asked you. So I just asked Raven the same question, and she was like, "I have no idea because I didn't read no book." And then she's like, I was working on that exercise. It's hard. It's hard, Justin. Why you make me do hard things? That's why
yeah.
Shadow gave up. That's why
John
what
I did not give up because I have yet to start.
that's
I
a
still
that's surrender as far as I'm concerned. You're a
I
Frenchman now.
somewhere on my no, yeah, somewhere I've got the postie with the note. It's right here. Just had a bunch of other things, dentist appointments, and you
Okay,
know,
so that's like 2 hours.
uh, and plus I like yesterday I spent 2 hours on the phone between my 3 different dentists to schedule 2 appointments.
You so paranoid you have 3 different dentists?
No, there's a dentist, a oral surgeon, and another guy. One guy referred me to 2 guys for 2 different procedures, and because apparently my regular dentist doesn't do things like root canals and extractions, and just like what the. Back in the old day, it was one guy who did everything. The back
Yeah.
of a van. What the hell?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they don't let they don't let people be dental butchers anymore.
I don't
Uh,
know, man. I took
too
my
many
own braces
lawsuits
out.
of some.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think I've been to a
Are they
few.
older guys? Well, that's
Yeah.
why.
One was the worst one was an ex-military
Yeah.
Hey,
dentist.
I could top that. I literally had the dentist from Marathon Man back in the '80s. Is this German dentist?
Yeah, he
He
wasn't
looked,
German. In the movie, he was, but in real life, he wasn't German.
well, his last name was Hauk. So you
Yeah.
tell me, is that not a German name or not? Um,
Uh,
and the messed up thing was my dad before I had gotten braces said, "Oh yeah, hey, you should watch this movie, Marathon Man." I was like 12, and
so probably watching the movie intensified the pain through psychosomatic.
it wasn't that bad. All I was getting was braces. Um,
Yeah.
but
But that's the thing, right? Like if you're psyched up to think it's gonna hurt more
I,
than it actually did.
I long since passed that. The only thing that hurts is the Novocaine shot. After that, it's a little discomfort. Or
I don't get the Novocaine.
yeah, I definitely do.
I don't get I don't get the Novocaine because I watched Blossom as a kid.
Did you watch
Blossom
what?
as a kid.
Blossom.
You remember Blossom?
I remember it, but I've never seen a single episode.
Yeah. Well, it was on television. I watched a lot of crap when I was a kid. Um. So the one brother, not Joey, the other one, right? he was coming out of rehab at the beginning of the series because he was on drugs, and the thing that got him hooked was the Novocaine
Oh, you
from
please!
yeah.
Wow,
Eh,
what kind of after school special
yeah,
garbage?
well, the whole series was an after school special. Okay,
Wow, dude.
um, but yeah. So that's why, like that's it's like I'm just not risking it.
Wow, that's rough, man.
And it's like after 2 or 3 times of like going in and having something removed or drilled out or whatever without Novocaine, it's like fuck it, I've done it before. I don't need it now. But yeah, no, it's just like the the pain pills, right?
Yeah.
He got the Novocaine,
Then the
but
codeine for
then the
Vicodin.
codeine, and then like he got slightly high in the dose and was taking it a little too frequently, and that's how that starts, right?
Yeah, that was
I,
my
I
problem.
I've heard that, but I
No, like literally. That was the business strategy of the Sackler family.
right. I understand. I just I took it for dental things, but I never
Yeah.
ever once even felt anything other than remotely relieved of pain. It never affected me like that. My mom, on the other hand, she never met a pill she didn't like. So I do get it. It just uh, even when I was on, I was literally on Flexeril for like a decade, which is a muscle relaxer. If you guys don't know, um,
Yes. You told
and
me that.
it was
I
funny
did.
because I was initially prescribed it for my back injury, but then I started having stomach problems, and I wasn't having any back issues, and that doctor put me right back on Flexeril, clearly either seeing my record or not seeing my record, take it as you will. And when the time came, it was like, yeah, I'm done, no problem. Um,
Yeah.
it was fun. I did like them, but it was one of those things you really couldn't OD on them because you'd just be unconscious. You take even a little bit
Yeah,
more than
no, because you could pass out and choke on your tongue.
and do what?
Choke on your tongue.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
a
never.
very
Tried to
that's
do
a
that.
like
It's
that
not an easy thing.
it's a thing that happens when you pass out on drugs though, Raven. Like that's
I'm still kicking, so
yeah. I know it's not easy, but it's common
hey, I
in
mean, if
drug related pass outs.
yeah, that sounds really awful, but always have a pencil handy and you're good.
Well, if you're unconscious,
Right. If you're unconscious, who fucking cares? You're going out
well,
easy.
you're like,
Yeah,
this
well, you're
guy
already halfway dead anyways by being asleep, so you consider yourself lucky and you didn't get
sleeping
hit.
half death, according to Shadow.
You're not getting eaten by a shark, or
Oh yeah.
getting choked out, or
It's not the way I want to go out. The way I want to go out is surrounded by 20 to 30 extremely naked 19-year-old blonde women.
Yeah, I just mentioned uh, Roger's favorite uh, or his preferred way to go out, which was getting crushed by an elephant while in the middle of a certain activity. Um,
I'm okay with being a heart attack during climax.
I,
Just
I,
saying.
I think the being crushed by an elephant is
Yes, but like
more interesting.
the poor woman has to die too. She can just like have be
Hey,
slightly emotionally
I,
scarred
I must
for a
have a little
while.
Egyptian in me or something. I don't know,
Slightly.
Yeah.
but I mean, you get to make the
I'm
paper.
assuming I'm 90. She's expecting it.
You get to be on the news, as in how you died, and it wasn't
I'm
auto.
dead. I don't care about that.
I want to be remembered when I go.
Yeah,
Not like
I
David
want to be
Carradine.
remembered for like the stuff I did during life, not how I died.
Well, no, I want that too, but the final footnote or what have you is leave them laughing. Like, oh my god, what was he
Yeah.
doing? Getting busy at the circus? You know, at the zoo. in Africa. Either way, it's interesting. You know.
Yeah, don't get busy in Africa. It's not worth it.
Well, yeah. I mean, unless it's with someone you bring to Africa. That way, there's at least a
A
chance
paper
you
trail.
won't.
A
At least
paper
there's a chance you
trail.
won't get AIDS, as opposed to it's a guarantee.
Yeah,
I mean, even having hotel sex in Africa, you're going to get AIDS. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
You gotta do it in the savannah with a woman named Savannah because nobody from Africa is named Savannah.
Yeah. So this got dark all of a sudden.
Thank you, Shadow.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah. So no game Saturday.
Yeah, George can't make it. Party pooper.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Thank
okay.
you,
I might not be.
George. Thank you, George.
I might not be able to make it either, depending on how many in-laws, outlaws are here at the house at the time. They're supposed to be leaving tomorrow evening after the yard sale. One of them is staying for a week visit, and I do mean week. Um, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So it's a non-strong visit.
Hey, just anyways, uh, if there's still karaoke and shit downstairs, then no show. But I'm hoping that we'll still at least do a sci-fi chat
Yeah.
if we can. If not, uh, you know,
Well, we can chat about something.
yeah.
Uh. So we are expended most of our standard topics unless somebody else has got. Oh, that video! I wanted to play that video.
Yeah,
Somebody
I don't know what
put.
video you're talking about, but feel
Yeah,
free.
yeah. I want to play that video.
Oh, I've got something I wanted to ask you, Justin. I had
Yeah, yeah.
something really, really, really weird happen last night
Go ahead.
with my cell phone,
Okay.
and I told Shadow about it, and he suggested that I mention it to you, see what your take on it is.
Okay.
So,
We,
um,
we can deal with that after the video.
okay,
Remember it though.
okay, oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Can you turn up the volume so we can actually hear it?
Is that better?
We can't hear a damn thing.
I
Yeah.
don't know why it's doing that. We will restart in a moment. Just gotta figure out how to adjust the volume for things that are on the video end. You were like, it was totally silent or just really quiet.
I couldn't hear a word.
Couldn't hear a word.
Okay. I think it's because it's on Discord. Fuck. I'll download it and get back to you. Start telling us about the thing, Raven.
Okay, so last night, Shadow and I both were on the Cigar DM's show doing a movie
Yeah.
review, and after the show, um, you just shooting the shit for a while. Well, it was just me and Bruce talking, and we were discussing the Wall Street Journal has just released some stuff about UFOs and saying everything was psyop and all this blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And my cell phone, I'm talking on the laptop. My cell phone is like 2 feet away from me. Uh, no cats nearby, nothing. I mentioned the CIA and their program that the Monroe Institute, Robert Monroe, uh, developed the HemiSync. Do you know what HemiSync is?
Not
They put
offhand.
different things in a set of headphones and all this, and they track brain waves. They study psychic abilities and out of body experiences, remote viewing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so I was telling Bruce that I said that there's some declassified stuff on some protocols that the CIA developed through the Monroe Institute on the psychic abilities and remote viewing, and all of a sudden my phone starts talking to me, and it said on the screen AI Gemini.
Okay, so you got Gemini turned on.
I don't
Uh,
have it turned on though. I've never
no,
ever
no,
used it.
an update happened and it auto turned on. You
And it
gotta go into
started spouting
settings.
off all about the Monroe Institute. And
Yeah,
I held up and said, "Listen to this." I was floored. I was absolutely floored. I've never used it, never planned to use it, don't even have an app for it.
no,
And
no,
the
no, no,
damn
no.
thing's
It's not.
listening to
It's
me.
part of the operating system.
But it's listening to me.
Yeah, your phone's always listening to you. That's why it's a joke when people say the government's going to implant you with a microchip. You've
Because you've
already
already done it willingly.
you've already got one in your pocket, and it's got a microphone and speakers and cameras built into it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is, I'm sitting here. I tried to make it do it after I got off.
No, it's a spurgy thing. It doesn't work really well because they're still developing that technology. It's not supposed to randomly like reply to things, but periodically it'll pick up some sequence of things and activate because it's fucking retarded. That's the thing you've got to learn about AI raping. It's retarded. It's just memorized to the dictionary. It's four retards in the dictionary pretending they
Well,
know
I just
things.
find it awfully weird that it turned. I mean, the
It's
phone
not
was
even got a
turned
trench coat.
off. It didn't even have the phone on. And it did
No,
that.
no, 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 no. If the phone is like functionally powered on, it's on.
And so
Unless
I
you,
tried and tried to get it to do that again, and I can't make it do it again.
yeah.
It was just kind of weird and creepy based on the topic.
Gemini, tell me about Project Majestic. It's not gonna. I have an Android phone too.
Hmm.
Uh,
Majestic 12.
yeah, doesn't matter. Project Majestic, Majestic 12, Project Lupa, Lupa 12, Area 13. It's all the same.
Area 13.
No, that's an actual thing. It's a hangar just off from Area 51.
It's yeah, 5 before Hangar 18.
No, no, no. That's a different hangar. That's in the complex. That's in the Area 51 complex.
Well, yeah,
You
I
never,
mean they
you
don't
never
start at
listen.
18.
You never listened to Art Bell. You never
Uh,
listen. You never listened to Art Bell.
I
You,
did, just not very often.
you every fucking night from 1995 until his death. George Norrie was annoying, so I stopped listening to the show.
Interesting. Yeah, I
I remember nothing.
wow. I can at least remember the things, many things from Doctor Demento, and that was only once a week. Just saying, man.
Oh,
Mm.
and I listened to the whole show from what was it 11 here because they played like the last hour of the previous night's show again at the beginning from 11 till I think it was 2 a.m. or something like that, and then we had like this paranormal show out of Niagara Falls come on, and that lasted until 4, and I listened to that too most nights.
And you don't remember anything of that one either.
I don't even remember its name. I know it was at Niagara Falls, and it was in that restaurant that's shaped like a UFO that they recorded out of there or something. I'm gonna talk to people every now and then that were on the floor. Yeah, Coast to Coast AM is a very important part of my teenage life.
I listen to it like all the time. And nowadays, though, I have it on in the Jeep and I'm running errands late, a late night
Yeah,
snack
yeah.
coffee
But
to Walmart. You know,
who's the host? Who's the host of it now?
George Norrie.
Still George Norrie?
Yeah, yeah, he's getting
Yeah,
up
fuck
there.
that guy.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
I met
Just
him. I met him here in St. Louis.
yeah.
Did an
Well,
opening for George's
we don't mean it the same way you would, Raven.
I got my picture taken with him and stuff. It was pretty cool. What? What's so funny about that?
We said fuck that guy, and then you said I met him, and I said we don't mean it the same way you do, Raven.
Oh, no.
Yes, I was being
Okay.
crude. See,
Horrific.
we're male and you're female, and
The heat's getting to me. I'm out here. I'm outside because the inside
yeah.
of the house is
Uh-huh.
too hot to be in, and it's 90 some, so 93 out
Yeah.
here.
Well, I learned today that Shadow has some weird pipe and a full HVAC unit on his roof, and uh,
I have what?
he has some weird HVAC unit and some weird pipe coming out of the roof that's like an L shape. Uh, I know what address you put on that envelope.
Uh huh.
I went and looked it up.
Yeah, that's.
I know it's not your address.
Yeah, it's not.
In
Ah!
it is your address.
No, just no. It's not.
Did you put a return address that wasn't your own
Who
on the
me?
box?
Who me? I would
Why
never do
would you
such.
do that?
He signed it Shadow and Son Inc.
Jesus. Good God.
Yeah, and
Why did you
I
put
have high
someone else's
hopes.
address? You don't want because you're afraid Justin's going to send you something horrible in the mail, right?
I know he would. I know for a fact he would.
I would spend the $1,500 to have a sex doll show up in his house. It would be funny.
I was just figuring like an 18-inch long marital aid, shiny and black.
No. If I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be a dragon shaped one. Okay, get it right.
God.
I want the wife going. What the fuck is this guy into?
Too late.
Yeah, but no, a whole new dimension of, it's got suction cups.
But that's so to stick to the shower wall.
No. More than one on the shaft.
Oh,
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
that's so your assistant doesn't lose its grip. I guess I don't know.
Why are there spikes? For her pleasure. I mean, compliance.
You guys are terrible. You're all going to hell.
Hey, that's what they're there for on a dock.
Now they have barbed. How horrible.
Oh.
So they
Yikes.
don't run away.
Well, I mean, it's a duck. I mean, even
Cats.
ducks don't want to bang ducks. Just saying.
I think it's just their body shapes are not congruent to boning, so either you lock in or you slip out, and you don't want to slip out at the end there because if you're physically designed to do that, your species stops existing.
I would be okay if we no longer had ducks.
No, I like duck. Duck is a good meat.
Too greasy.
No, not if you cook it right. And then stuff it full of a chicken that's been stuffed full of Cornish game ham.
Stuff it full of a chicken.
Yeah. You don't know what a turducken is, Raven?
What?
A turducken?
No, I've never heard of that before.
Really?
Turducken is great. So what you do is you take a Cornish game ham and you clean it up right? It's completely clean, and you stuff it with stuffing, and you tie it nice and tight, and then you take a chicken and you clean it out. And instead of stuffing it full of stuffing, you stuff it full of a Cornish game hen, and
Oh,
then you take a duck and you clean it up
oh God.
nice, and instead of stuffing it full of more stuffing than you would put in a chicken, you stuff it full of a chicken that's been stuffed with a Cornish game hen that's been stuffed with stuffing. And then you proceed to do as you would normally do
with a turkey.
with a turkey.
I have one question though. Aren't there just like a crap ton of bones then?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No. You deal with that. You can take
If you
care of.
didn't have the bones, it would
You
almost be
can.
like a cordon bleu, and you could just like slice it, and you have all those lovely
Right,
layers.
that's what I was thinking. It would be much better if they could do that.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
pretty sure you do that with the. You can properly clean that stuff out. And no, cordon bleu is just the breast ribs.
yeah, it's just chicken breast
So I
stuffed
mean,
with a
just
little bit of
I was
ham.
just going through the layers. You have a
Oh
layer
yeah.
of cheese, you have a layer of
Yeah, but if you really wanted that, you could just make yourself a chicken, turkey, duck freaking sandwich, and cut out
Yeah.
all the bones. Let someone else do that
The
work.
the point is that you are experiencing something that is so fucking over the top that yeah. And the chicken is just like absorbing a lot of
Yeah,
that
don't
grease.
the French have a word for that? What's that meal that they have to cover their head when they eat to actually eat the meal?
What?
I
What
have
are you
no
talking about?
idea.
Under their head?
Yeah, Jackie was showing me this video. The French have this meal. I think it's a bird of some sort. It's so decadent that they literally put like the equivalent of like a shawl over their head, and they eat under that so nobody watches them eat it.
That's insane. I've never heard of such a thing.
Another one.
Next time Mr. Max is on, or if he's listening, he
Yeah.
can come in and tell us
Yeah.
all about that weird ass habit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the dish they have that's like all the meats. It's like chicken, lamb, beef. Fuck, it's tortolo or something like that. Uh, tartaria.
I can carry it. Oh God, I'm about
But
I gotta do
it's like a casserole, but made out of all the meats instead of noodles.
Yeah, I find that I mean, unless you regularly eat all of the meats individually, how would you? It's like, is that goat or is that duck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm assuming like the recipe comes from a time when people ate more than just beef and chicken.
Or
Because yeah, that's even fading out. Yeah, I love me some pork.
yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, I love a good hamburger, but baby
Yeah.
back ribs,
hmm baby back ribs and a side of lamb chops.
I've only had lamb once, and yeah, I wasn't really impressed. I actually thought goat was better.
Oh,
What did you have of the lamb?
It was a lamb chop. I just had a bite of it
Okay,
off
yeah,
somebody else's plate.
was it chewy? 'Cause it's very easy to overcook and dry out.
No, no, no. It was
Yeah.
like a cross between chicken and pork.
Yeah, that's but lamb shank is really good though. Well, shank period, but lamb shank is
Unless it's a
really good.
prison shank, in which case don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Getting shanked, getting a shank, good. Getting shanked, not good.
not good.
Shank is this part of the animal. I don't know if you can see this part of the animal.
What?
Oh, the
Gotcha.
thigh.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
which not a fan of when it comes to chicken.
Chicken legs.
Yeah, I only eat the white meat when it comes to
Mm.
chicken.
Uh, I don't eat the white meat when it comes to people. Uh, I'm okay with all types of meat when it comes to animals. I'm just saying. Shout out, you gotta stop being meat racist.
No, it's
No,
just
no,
there's more meat on that
you're a
particular
meat
cut.
racist. You're
No,
a meat racist.
there's more meat on that cut, and like for example, fried chicken is where I really figured it out. When you get fried chicken, especially like your favorite fried chicken, KFC or whatever, that's got the most crust on it,
Yeah. What?
and it comes off
No.
easy, and you're not fighting with it. It's this big old freaking, you know,
Oh, I love the KFC crust. Just
fuck yeah.
that random piece of just like it's soaked in the fat from the bird, but it's just dough.
And the
Maybe
breast
skin.
piece has the most of it. Um,
Yeah.
we used to have this restaurant called Pioneer Chicken in California, maybe elsewhere. I don't remember. There's like one left, uh,
Yeah.
and
I think I'm gonna order myself a bucket of chicken.
it was actually better than KFC because it was actually a tempura batter. If you know the
Yeah.
difference, you know. And they also served like butterfly shrimp, and I think that was it. And the shrimp and whatnot came later. But oh my god, that was to this day the best chicken I've ever had. And sadly, they went
The
out of
chain went
business.
under.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny too because the sign, their logo was this covered wagon, right? And they had this little
Yeah.
character that would ride the covered wagon, and you can still see the signs that are in the shape of a covered wagon from 40 years ago in various grocery shopping centers throughout Orange County and other parts of LA. And it's the covered wagon, shape, but now it's a Chinese restaurant, and they just replaced the fiberglass or not fiberglass,
Plexiglass or whatever.
plexiglass,
Yeah.
with the other colored, China Walk or whatever it's called, the restaurant, but
Yeah.
it's in the shape of a freaking covered wagon, and you know millions of people see that sign and have no clue that that's why it's in that shape of a covered wagon. Um, Man, I miss that. After football practice, for the 2 years that I played, every
Yeah.
after football practice, we stopped
Now
in and
I
got.
want to get it straight for everybody. Shadow was the water boy.
No, he was a middle linebacker.
Hmm. Water boy for the linebacker.
No, I was literally this tall when I was 12, 13 years old. So
Um, Now, the important thing is after we call Shadow the Water Boy again, um, that I remember when I was a kid, fucking KFC. This time of the year, you'd order your bucket of chicken with your box of fries and your three sides, and it would come with a goddamn beach ball.
A beach ball.
Yeah, you know the inflatable kind. You blow into it. Fucking, yeah,
Yeah.
it would come with a beach
Really?
ball.
there's this place called eBay, and I
Yeah,
guarantee you can find it.
yeah,
I
no,
know.
I don't want it. I want the fact that restaurant used to cost less than $25 for
Yeah,
20 pieces of chicken, a big ass box of fries, three sides, plates, forks, and a fucking beach ball. And you got a dessert too. It was a McCain's cake, which is the best fucking cake because I grew up poor too. Uh, but it came with that.
the reason I mentioned eBay because last night I saw this guy
Oh, I don't
little
know if you know what a McCain's cake is. Do you?
I saw this little short on YouTube where it's a guy his wife tells the guy to break out the good glasses because they're having
McCain's
guests.
cake.
So he opens up the cupboard, and in it is the original Burger King Star Wars glasses because they made them
Okay.
for
Oh
they
yeah.
made them for Star Wars Empire and Return of the Jedi. And somewhere I still have a complete set of the Empire Strikes Back four glass set that you had to go once a week to Burger King to get one of the glasses. It was
Oh.
one per
Mhm.
customer, I think. I don't remember. But I managed to keep them since 1979 until the present day. And I was curious what they go for if they even exist. And there are a crap ton of them on eBay. And mind you, they run you about $10 a piece. And I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, well, if I can't find mine or they're broken, I can get more and replace them. Cool. But how the hell are they going to get shipped to me and not end up as freaking, garbage, broken glass? How would you ship four glasses that don't have like a special box that they came in? You know what I mean?
Well, you make
you ball
dividers.
up newspaper and you shove them in there inside the glass,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wrap them, and then you crinkle some more paper and wrap that, and then you loosely wrap that so it's a bubble, and then you place them into a box because now you've got like newspaper cushion.
Really, you wouldn't go with like mass quantities of bubble wrap and
No,
start
because you'd have to
peanuts?
pay that, and you'd have to pay for that, and it would cost more, and do the same job.
Or you could go to a paint store that sells spray paint and get one of their empty boxes that has all the little compartments.
You'd still want to do
out.
the paper thing, Raven, because
Oh yeah, definitely that with some foam bubble. I used bubble wrap
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
mine. I've got
I
some-
don't buy bubble wrap because I save it whenever I get something, and I just
Yeah.
have a place for bubble wrap.
Now,
and start
I never got an answer. Do you guys know what McCain's cake is?
No, never heard of it.
Okay.
like Entenmann's or something like that.
No, McCain's is a brand. They make
Oh,
French
okay.
fries mostly,
Well,
but
so
this
is
is a McCain's
Entenmann's.
cake.
Whoa, that looks good.
This is just
Oh,
a
yeah.
cake in a metal tray with a plastic lid on top of it.
What kind of
Ooh,
frosting
yeah.
or any?
This one is chocolate, but they do like 7 or 8 different kinds.
Okay,
And it's usually like a straight chocolate cake, but they do a swirl of vanilla, a half and half,
okay. That's cool. I've never seen
bunch of
anything like
others.
that here.
Yeah, and it's
Mm-mm.
just like unconditional preservatives. They're the largest French fry, like frozen fry manufacturer in Canada.
Okay.
And that's like I think their second or third product. They've been around since like the 30s or whatever.
Yeah, there are a crap ton of preservatives. I was making French toast this morning, and I realized that the bread that I was using was well over 3 weeks old, at least 3 weeks old. And I'm like, this is still bread.
Soft.
It's not mold. It's not whatever. Uh, and it was delicious.
Frankenfood.
I tell you, start making it yourself. It's like 4 ingredients, not including the water.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Once you get into it, it's a half
Think some
hour every
bread
morning. And trust me, if you're making like a small loaf of bread for the family, and cutting big thick chunks, myself, bread.
Oh yeah, I had a bread machine, and it would just make the whole house smell so good.
Oh, you don't use a machine, Raven.
I got it for Christmas.
Raven, it's
We didn't
a
buy it.
pan. You butter it and you put it in the oven.
I don't have it now. I got lost in the mood, but it was really cool.
Lost in the move, you mean
They
stolen
mixed it.
by the people
Yeah.
you hired to move you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those people are just absolute scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Took all of our stuff down to Indianapolis and then held it there, and then basically held hostage for $2,000 more
You paid
to
them.
the estimate.
You paid them.
We gave them a deposit,
Well,
and then they came and took everything, and they had 2 moving vans, 2 like semis. They put all the boxes in one, and then all the furniture in another, and then took it to Indianapolis, which is where they were out of, and then did God knows what with it. But they called us up and it went two grand more, or we were going to get our stuff, and they were going to start charging us storage fees.
Wow.
That's when you call the cops, unless.
The Better Business Bureau has been made
Yeah,
well
but
aware
that's
of
The,
it,
nothing.
the Better Business
but
Bureau.
it's too late
You might
now.
as well be calling your fairy godmother.
Yeah, because
You
that's
know,
not a
they're
thing.
useless.
I doubt they're still in business. They it was an Iranian business.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't hire him. Ex-husband did, but he's a moron. So
Yeah, no, this when you like we had a contract, you call the cops because that's criminal theft. Um, and yeah, no, the Better Business Bureau isn't like a legal body of any kind.
Yeah.
No, I worked at one for 3 months. Um, they just organize like advertising campaigns. That's all they do.
mhm.
That they help local businesses get in contact with other local businesses. They usually run like tourist programs as well, and like contacting them for problems with a business is not the correct thing to do. Like that, this is like an urban myth,
Hmm.
right? It's like
It's literally, yeah. You might as well be, writing a letter to Santa Claus.
are the toothpaste company. Crest, I have a problem with this moving company. Please deal with it. It's like,
Well,
ma'am,
they might
we're a
send the
toothpaste
cavity
company.
creeps out to get him.
The cavity creeps. Yes, we will send some cartoon characters after them right away.
That was literally like one of the most badass toothpaste commercials of all time, though. You have to admit.
Yeah. You see, I think the worst thing I ever had was when I was a kid. I got used to the bubblegum toothpaste.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters.
Yeah, well, that and they just did like a generic gum one after that. So, like after the advertisement was over, so I got used to that. So I really hated the fucking
Mint.
mint, and then just got really bad at brushing my teeth after that.
That's not good.
Yeah,
I always preferred cinnamon, but there was only one company. It was Close Up that did that, and
yeah.
it was just it
I tried
was.
that for a while, but it was like nearly impossible to get for the longest time.
And I don't even think it's available anymore. I haven't seen it
Yeah,
in decades.
yeah. I always wonder, like, why is there only the one flavor of? Like, even mouthwash has other flavors. You know?
I think honestly that there was originally something about I think it's spearmint, right?
Yeah,
That there was something about the mint
that
uh,
helped,
in the
but
old days before there was actual toothpaste that
masked the flavor of piss.
maybe I really
Cinnamon
don't.
toothpaste.
Baking soda. Baking soda is all you really need to brush your teeth.
Have you ever used the Colgate powder toothpaste?
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's not fun.
Colgate powder toothpaste. No.
I don't even know if they still make it. If they do, it's probably only for the juvenile correction system.
Okay, so Marvin's makes a cinnamon mint toothpaste, and it's on
Okay.
Amazon or Amazon.ca, and it's $11 a tube.
Huh.
Wait. Close up, you said? Close up cinnamon? I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go see this. It's $1.99, maybe $2.30 at Walmart.
Oh, okay.
CA. So
Okay. I just haven't looked. Uh,
I'm gonna go check this out because I
I
fucking
forget what
hate
I'm
the
using
mint.
now.
Yeah.
I kind of like the charcoal toothpaste because when you're
Uh,
brushing your teeth, all this black shit, you're like, ah, It'd be great for horror movies. Here, quick, brush your
Yes.
teeth with this, and don't spit it all out. And then it was, I don't know,
Uh,
just a goofball.
Now, what is this? I am not paying this much for toothpaste, but there is this. I'm looking at this right here. Oh, wait, this
Can't.
natural nutmeg.
What? They're all out of pumpkin spice toothpaste.
Fuck, if they got pumpkin spice toothpaste, I'm buying the shit out of that fucking crap.
Really? Oh, it's funny.
Forest mints, nutmeg. This one just says made in Canada. Oh, cinnamon. Uh, yeah. No, if they oh wait, I'm seeing I'm gonna have to go to this website.
Why don't you just look up pumpkin spice toothpaste?
I will in a second. I'm fascinated with this. This is like one of those health foods, but they have a green apple toothpaste,
Ooh, that sounds
orange,
good.
star annex. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that chocolate?
Now you're talking.
Why even bother at that point? Just eat a Hershey bar and call it a day.
Choco. It's Choco Mint. Okay, you get it.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
gross!
that's
Choco
good.
Mint.
I
That
fucking
is
hate mint chocolate ice cream.
I love
whatever.
chocolate.
As a toothpaste, I'm gonna say it's
It's
probably
like you literally ate a candy bar and washed it down with a spoonful of freaking toothpaste.
it depends on how strong the mint is. Um, now, like because there's mint chocolate, then chocolate mint, and that's two different things. You gotta get it right.
If the
You know,
ice cream is green and it's got chocolate in it,
it's
I
mint
don't want it.
chocolate.
I don't want it.
But if the ice cream is brown and there's little chunks of mint in it, it's
I've
okay.
never seen that.
I have.
I don't want
And
that.
you know those what are those like the little things that got the white filling and it's like mint in it and it's like
Yeah, I always thought you were talking about the Andes chocolate
Like the
bits,
Andes
those little green
mints.
little wafer chocolate
yes those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. I
Okay,
love
so
chocolate with a green. It's
uh,
like a little chocolate sandwich with green stuff in the middle, but they're
yeah,
about the size of a memory card, a little
the
bigger.
ones
Yeah.
we got are a little bit bigger. They're square and they have like the filling is white, but it's like got a mint flavor to it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen the ice cream where it's like a chocolate ice cream and it's got those broken up in it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've
Okay.
seen
Yeah.
that too.
Here's something. Does anybody here or out there in TV land remember Ice Cube's chocolate candies?
No.
Okay,
I
it was
think
it was
so. Where it's got like that like cold uh chemical cold feeling
no
to
no
it
no
when you
no. It was just a little piece of chocolate about the size of, a little square about the size of a large postage
yes, and
stamp.
it's kind of sloped on the end and the
Yes,
wrapper is silver and blue or silver and purple or
I thought it was
silver
silver and
and
red, but
red.
yeah, there
No,
was
no,
nothing
there are
inside it.
different flavors of it. That
Oh,
you
really?
buy like a box of it, and the flavors are just ever so slightly different.
Okay.
Like they're like
And they would like if you looked at them wrong, they would
range
melt.
for if you looked at them wrong, they would melt. Like they would be melting as you were unwrapping them.
Yeah, you
Kind
had to
of
like
like
hurry,
yeah,
and they would be like on the counter at the liquor store or whatever in a little plastic uh, container, like a round container, and for some reason they wouldn't melt until you touched them.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, the
oh,
thing is, you're supposed to freeze them.
yeah,
You're supposed to keep them frozen, like in the
yeah.
freezer.
They didn't do that because they knew they would never sell a single one because people would just think they were free. Oh, I'm getting some beer. Yeah, free chocolate. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
like to have someone go get them for you, and they bring them to you in tongs, and it's still freaking steaming from the freaking dry ice.
No, they would stay cold if they were frozen until you put them in your mouth.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I have to look for those and see.
no, you buy them by the like. They're not supposed to sell them individually. You're supposed to buy them by the ton.
Oh, they were always individually back in the day. I was like a
Yeah.
nickel or 12 cents or whatever for
Uh,
one
yeah. Pumpkin spice.
toothpaste.
Yeah, but I already got toothpaste there, so I don't need to. Fuck yeah! Oh wait, no, it might be fake. It's on Pinterest. Can we shop this? Yeah, that brand
Oh my God,
has.
they still sell them, and it's a gold wrapper with red and white writing.
What this?
No, the
Uh,
ice cubes,
oh yeah. I had them like a few months ago.
made by Alberts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, uh, ice cube chocolates.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. You're talking those ones.
yeah.
I was talking these ones. They do it in a silver wrapper as well. You see right here. Uh,
No, I just see me and you.
oh, I
We're
closed the. Sorry, I thought I still had the search window open. There was pumpkin spice toothpaste.
Of course there
Uh,
was. Yeah.
yeah,
I see that there are other flavors.
yeah.
I wouldn't even think of ordering them this time of year though.
I've had them all year round.
Well, where I live,
Oh
uh,
yeah. Where you live, you would get a box or like because they
a
come like
box full of
this.
ants.
They come like this, right? in
Uh,
in in this jar, the plastic thing. You just it would be chocolate at the bottom with a bunch of wrappers, empty wrappers floating at the top.
or a box of ants.
Yeah, well, if the ants got into it, definitely. Uh, yeah,
Excuse me, guys.
Oh no.
yeah. I'm gonna close that. Uh,
I'm almost out of bourbon and I'm just ran out of my sweet and sour. Damn, it's gonna be a strong whiskey sour.
Raven. It's like 4:30, 3:30 where you are.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
Yes, but still,
It's afternoon.
I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but
That's right.
you're supposed to wait until it's 5 o'clock where you are.
No, no. Not if you're
A raging alcoholic?
a raging rebel.
Yeah. You,
Whatever,
you
kid.
can put a marketing spin on it all you want.
At least I got the machine of truth.
The maraschino cherries is okay.
You know what? Oh, I couldn't believe this. Okay, so I have a whiskey sour out there last night on the deck, and I came inside to get something. And I came back out in just a short amount of time. Those damn raccoons got into my drink and fished out the maraschino cherries at the bottom of the glass
Fucking go full
and
genocide
ate
on
them
them
and
now.
ran off. And I came back and sat down and went to grab for it, and thank God they left some of the stems laying around. And I'm like, I know I didn't eat any yet. And there's stems here. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I looked and then I could see when I got it up to the light all the crap that was on their grubby little hands. It was floating down on the top of my drink. It was so gross.
Uh,
Yeah, but they did that. Just they like lie in wait and wait for me to go in the house. And then they charge out and just destroy stuff and steal
Yeah.
stuff. One of them ran off with my shoe the other day. Found it in the woods.
You're going to have to get yourself a sippy cup for your bourbon.
I actually have one. Someone sent it to me as a joke.
Oh,
Yeah, two of them, purple one and a blue
from
one.
your from your show.
Yeah.
You ever start uploading that to YouTube yet?
In fact, I attempted to do some of that yesterday.
Okay.
get all of my UFO footage.
You attempted. I
Uploaded.
assume that means you failed.
And I did fail. Yeah,
For shame, Raven.
I failed.
For shame.
I don't know what I did wrong, but I've got
The, fir-
some issues right
the
now.
first thing you did
My-
wrong was pour yourself a bourbon before you started.
No, I wasn't drinking, but I was drinking by the time I was finished. That's for sure. My nerves were shot. Now I'm having problems with the internet connection with my phone. I've never ever had to switch it over to Wi-Fi or do anything with it. It has always worked wherever I am, and suddenly my phone says no internet connection.
Yeah, don't be uploading
Didn't
stuff
get
with
it.
your phone.
I don't. I very rarely. I use it for texting and calling, and getting on YouTube sometimes to listen to your guys' show.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't mess with that stuff. That's why it's so weird that this AI started talking on my phone. I wouldn't even know how to contact Gemini on the thing.
No.
Even if I wanted,
they they're adding all that shit to all the operating systems and whatnot. Because it's so useful.
Can't get away from it. I don't like my phone. That was so
Yes,
creepy
I
last
know.
night. I mean,
You should write a stern letter to Android and then ask Gemini to tell you how to disable Gemini.
Oh, that's funny. Gemini.
Gemini, I miss you. You were such a good friend. Shut up, human.
Shut up, human. Yeah.
You are needy. Seek help. Oh.
That's funny.
Shadow, you hear any of that?
Not a word.
Yeah. Good. Keep it that way.
Justin told me to get sippy cups.
Yeah. She told me she already had them.
Yeah.
Though he said some mean things about you, but you know.
I thought it was hysterical.
Nothing I wouldn't say to your face. Or haven't said to your face in the past.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh. Okay. So we are not doing games this weekend for the
Oh.
public mass.
Yes.
Do you want this dessert thing? Bye.
Yeah, it's half of a cupcake. And I want to show. I don't know if you can see, but that is all frosting.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow, that was wonderful.
Yeah, and it's also got some sort of chocolate filling in the cupcake as well. Mind you, the frosting layer is
Oh.
it might as well be as thick as the cake itself.
Yeah.
That looks
You
really
remember,
good. What kind of cake?
You remember that episode of Seinfeld?
No,
The one where they were doing the muffin tops
no.
and they
I
gave the
didn't
muffin
watch, but
bottoms.
half a dozen
They gave the bottoms to a homeless shelter, and the homeless shelter's like, "What the fuck? We can't take this. We're homeless. Not like this is insulting. I mean, giving us the bottoms to the muffins. It's like, does this boy not know how to cut a muffin in half? You cut it laterally, so you get the good half, and the shitty half goes to whoever you're giving the other half to. You don't cut it down the middle.
Well, you do if it's like a blueberry muffin and you want to throw some melted butter in it.
No. If you're giving half to someone, you give them the bottom half. You take the cup, the cap of the muffin where all the flavor and texture is. In the case of that, where all the icing is, you cut off all the icing.
Why would you give away
the?
half a muffin unless it was to like your sweetie or something?
It was a stupid scenario. They were trying to like have this muffin store where you only got the good part of the muffin and you didn't have to deal with the bad part of the muffin.
There's no really bad part. There's a lesser.
Exactly. Like the store goes out of business, but they tried giving away the crappy part of the muffins to a homeless shelter, and the homeless were like insulted that they were thought so little of. Like, we're homeless, not subhuman animals. It was Seinfeld. The jokes don't
And
really
New
make
York.
sense, but are still funny.
And it's New York, so
Yes. Well, is there a difference between New York and the people that were on Seinfeld?
no. What I meant was the difference between New York homeless and Los Angeles homeless.
They're less pretentious in New York.
No, I think they are.
It was a skit show.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a skit.
yeah. Like I said, the only I probably watched less than 6 episodes of Seinfeld, and that includes the very last episode that I did watch.
That's the only one I haven't seen.
Really,
Yeah.
and it was a two-parter, and I watched both parts.
Oh, you should probably watch that. You'd probably find it funny.
Um, maybe when I've got some huge amount of hours I need to waste and not do anything productive.
Yeah.
Maybe like if I'm standing at the DMV while I'm actually in hell, then maybe.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to try that video again. I downloaded it. This was in the back room on my show on the channel there. What the fuck's going on here? Why is it all stretched out? There we go. Get that nice and big. Can you hear it? You can't hear the guy knocking. Oh, backroom audio, echo balance, defaults, video, general. This is very odd. It's allowed to play the audio. Video pause. The name. You 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 can't hear it at all.
Nope.
Unless there's a crow in the background of the video, no.
There was a crow in the background of the video.
But I'm pretty sure that's Raven's phone.
Yeah. I always forget to
No, that
That look was crazy.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Also, they brought KFC.
Oh, no way. Did you hear that? The in-laws just showed up and they brought KFC.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, someone's really trying to get on my good side today, which I could actually use. So
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why we can't hear a damn thing.
You can read the. You can watch it later on the channel if you don't want to read it, but. Did you affirm her? They're all dead now. Okay, that's good. For those of you in the back room, watch that later. It's in the thing. I'll send it to you directly. There was some arguments about that being what I wanted Raven's incident with a cop on the show that one time to be like. But
Mm.
uh,
When I almost got a speeding ticket
yeah.
with the
Look,
expired
look,
plates.
look. If it had gone that way, you would have found true love with Officer What's His Face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Of course, you would have been a. What did the Morgan and Morgan guy say on Dead Symbiote Creature? Oh, you gotta find out how to fix the volume shadow. I normally do tech support. I can figure it out. You have to read the subtitles. There are subtitles.
Sorry, man.
Did you see the video at all though?
Mhm.
The woman flying around, getting pulled over, or us? Yeah. I heard that you're getting KFC,
Yeah,
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
yeah, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm psychic. That's why.
I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause, I mean,
I
they always bring stuff, something or other.
I,
But this is a first. So
I manifested good chicken. Well, I manifested chicken.
appreciate it. I just have a feeling I'm
Now,
gonna
now
be down
watch
there
me
again.
bend this spoon. Yes, but
There is no spoon.
I made it invisible too. If you had a true third eye, you would have been able to see it. Raven saw it, right, Raven?
Yep.
Yeah. See.
All right,
Okay.
bizarre.
This is how paranormal stuff works.
So, Justin, you've never seen a ghost?
I have seen shadow many of times.
You've never been
Oh,
in a haunted location? Anything like that?
I've been in many places claimed to be haunted,
Mm-hmm.
like your mom.
God, that's so gross.
Yes, yes, it is. But it's the line. You have to say it. It's the line. There are rules, and without rules, what will we be? Mexicans? Oh,
Maybe.
Raven, are you there, Raven?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. It's hard to tell. You're not talking or interacting.
Oh,
Or...
I'm sorry. I got a kitten here I'm working on.
Okay, well, tell us how you're going to throw it against the wall, then skin it, and then make bacon out of its like muscle groups or whatever.
Yeah.
I bet it would make nice leather. I saw that movie with the dogs, and I think you could do that with cats.
Oh, shit.
And I think you would look good in Prada or whatever. Raven.
Cat just walked across the laptop, and now I can't see you guys. I don't know what it just did here. It just
Yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah. I'm referring to 101 Dalmatians.
Oh.
Yeah. Just
Figured.
what?
I said I figured.
But with cats is what Raven needs to do. She needs to make herself a patchwork quilt of cat skins. It'll help keep you warm in the winter and deal with the cat problem.
And they'll
All
recognize you as their leader, and you make mittens out of their faces, so you can do this and
yeah.
yell at them, and freak them out.
Yeah. Trust me, if you get enough cats, the raccoons will start staying away.
Just sheer numbers.
Yeah. So I rewatched season 1 of Sex, Drugs, and Robots, or whatever it was called.
Yes, Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, close enough. Love, Death, and Robots. Sex, Drugs, and Robots. I don't know what
Yeah.
one's more degenerate.
Well, did you watch all 4 seasons or just
Just season 1. I've got them all sitting there, but I only
okay?
did season 1 so far. Like I was just remembering the cat episode. Remember the cat episode?
Yeah, there's some really good ones in there. I really like the one with the archaeologists
And the
and
vampires, the
the one
Dracula.
with the farmers, obviously, because I ripped that one off for my story Stampede.
Yeah.
Um, there were a
Not
bunch of
well.
good ones.
Um, so Raven, I
Yeah.
don't know if you ever watched it, but the cat episode, we're following. Did I just lose my camera?
Yeah, I always see a big plus sign.
Yeah, don't know why. That's very weird. Pair? No, I'm not doing this thing. You're already programmed to like you were active. Why are you now needing me to? Ah, whatever. I'll finish this episode with no camera. Um, we're following two robots, like a tall one and like
No, there was three.
yes, there were three. There was the triangle one, the short one, and the tall one.
Yeah.
The basketball, the Xbox 4000.
Uh-huh.
Um, as they're touring the ruins of human civilization, and then they stop and they look around. And there's like a cheerleader and a basketball player in the gym, and it's like we did something wrong, written in blood or whatever, and the basketball player hung himself. They're walking around some more, and they go to like a diner, and they're talking about how we used to stuff these things down our gob holes and the moldy old hamburger, and then they're like at a missile silo, and there's a cat, and they're like petting the cat. Uh, and then the one robot goes, "So what killed them in the end?" And it's like the smart one, which is the triangle, says, "Uh, their greatest downfall wasn't the nuclear weapons or anything like that. It was they gave their cats opposable thumbs, and then the cats threatened them to keep petting or else." Yeah. So you gotta be careful, because once those cats breed with those raccoons, you're fucked.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Thank God they don't do that. Oh my.
That you
Yet,
know of.
yet, once those cats got opposable thumbs from hanging out with those raccoons, you're gonna be the property, and not them. Well, you technically already are. Those
I have one
cats.
kitten that thinks I'm just like a tree. It just he runs and he jumps up and all fours claws into the back of my leg and then proceeds to climb up to my hip and then hangs off my little belt loops. He just likes to hang there, so I walk around, wash dishes, do this, and just lets him hang there. It's hilarious. So weirdo.
Okay.
But he's
Keep that one. Get rid of the rest.
yeah. It's just torn up my legs. There's just no way I can wear a pair of shorts. There's just nothing but bloody scratch marks all up down my leg.
Scratch marks, track marks, whatever.
Uh,
It's all the same.
no
Raven,
track
don't do
marks.
drugs. Drugs are bad.
I don't.
They're
Yeah,
almost as bad as cats.
it's almost as bad as cats. You know, by about 50%.
More or less, depends on
The cat.
the specifics.
Yeah. Heroin laced with ecstasy and a side of blow. Less bad than a calm cat.
Yeah, sounds about right. That tracks.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so we can start wrapping up if you want to go nice and early, like we talked about at the beginning.
It's up to you guys.
Well, I'm out of subjects, man, and you guys are like,
So I'm sorry. I got some bad news earlier.
what? That they only got one side of macaroni salad with the.
No, I wish that was it was that. No, one of my oldest friends passed away.
Oh fuck, man!
Oh no. Oh,
Did a
sorry
cat
to hear
kill
that.
him?
No, he went off the wagon and ended up on dialysis.
Oh,
And in the course of 50 days, just snowballed, and he passed away Saturday. And that's who called earlier. And
just getting
yeah, yeah,
fuck.
it was only
Sorry about that, man.
it's only one and a half of my old friends from college that are
Left.
still alive. And
How does that math work? There's only one and a half of my old
well,
friends.
I consider him a friend, but I haven't talked to him in 15 years. And I don't, I see him on Facebook, and I don't like where his life is going. And he's on dialysis as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry
Fuck.
for your loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a total shock. I just figured he was, embarrassed because he fell off the wagon and got himself into this situation. But for the last month or so, he was not even able to speak, let alone give me a call.
He's the friend that used to call you like once a week on Monday or Tuesday, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did. And he was younger, than me, and what I had always considered healthier, and you know, more. He had his shit together, But yeah, and
Yeah.
now I got to call the other friend and let him know that uh, his best friend, is no longer with us.
Fuck.
He had known my friend Ron decades longer than I did. I was kind of
Yeah.
like the new guy to the group, but we still hung out for from I was like 23 to now.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's like 90
Yeah, long
years.
fucking time. Yeah, yeah. Over half my life.
Yeah,
And
it's like 90 years.
I met my age 23, not 1923. You smart ass. That's funny. Um,
Oh.
and now I can smell the KFC, and it's driving me up the fucking wall because I know if I don't get down there, there's gonna be nothing left but wings and drumsticks, and I'll be like,
Well, go grab yourself a plate. We'll wrap up on our end and you can come back to say goodbye.
no, no, I'll just uh, say goodbye when we say goodbye, and
Okay, then we'll say goodbye. Raven, you doing anything this weekend besides coming
Oh,
to the show and talking about sci-fi stuff for I don't know UFOs?
well, that's about it. Just yeah, working around the house here.
Okay, you gonna get any writing done? You gonna have
I
you
hope
started
so.
outlining your Bigfoot book? Your
Yes,
book
I
on
do have an
Bigfoot?
outline for that.
Okay, I want to see it. Send it to me later.
Okay, I will.
Okay, sh-
Mm-hmm.
sh- Shadow, you doing anything interesting?
got a game tonight with Bo and the guys, and then tomorrow I've got a game with OG, GM, Cal, RPG Grandma, Mike, and Jen from Married with Gaming, and then the Saturday night show, and then well, I've got a yard sale tomorrow, so we'll see how
Mhm.
that goes. But it should be done well and done by 1 o'clock. And then Sunday, my D&D game with you and Cal and all the other guys. Pretty
TYVM.
busy weekend.
Okay, what the hell is TYVM?
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Oh. Nice. Glad you liked it. It was really nothing.
What did you send them besides gay porn?
I didn't send him any gay porn. I don't own
I
gay
don't
porn.
believe you.
I sent him a copy of the RPG Chill.
Chill.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was looking for something, a horror game but kid friendly, and that immediately came to
Yeah.
mind. And I happen to have
I'm
an extra
surprised
copy.
Death in Space wasn't in that bag. You wanted
I don't
to
know where
get
that is.
rid of.
I honestly don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Um, it's probably under a table, keeping it level or something.
Ah, you did not do that.
I know I didn't do that. It's just
It's probably on
funny.
that shelf right there. I can see it right now.
No, it really isn't.
I'm just gonna pull it out right now.
No, I was looking for it earlier, but I found 5 parsecs from home, but I don't know where that one
Bald
is.
spot.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not over there. All my, it's probably in the garage with the other games I plan to set on fire this 4th of July.
Don't do that. You got another $26 you can send my way.
No, I don't want it infecting anybody. And
I don't consider it an infection.
well,
what are you
we're
talking
different.
about?
A role playing game.
A book that I've got a stack of like I think 4 books, but there's 2 copies because the company sent me 2 of 1. The drive-through did. Um, Books that I consider just uh, harmful or you know subversive.
Are you actually gonna burn them?
I don't know.
If you do, I expect a video showing.
Yeah. I was thinking about that because I would get like 1 million views if I burned a copy of role playing games that I thought were and then I get a bunch of people fucking oh, I'm unsubscribed. You just never burn books. You fucking I'm like, hey, my property. I
Yeah,
can do whatever the hell I want with it. I'm just making
yeah,
sure that it stays my property.
yeah. Just
Uh-oh.
if you
Oh no.
if you drop the N word on that negative burning book thing, it's not you, Shadow, but other people out there, it means you're pro kitty porn because that's what they were burning.
It would be no different than me, requesting that I get buried with my player's handbook. Right?
Yeah,
It's
don't
mine.
do
I'm
that.
taking it with me,
Yeah. Okay.
which
Well,
I
I'm
plan
actually
on doing
gonna wrap things
with my
up.
player's handbook, anyways.
Yeah.
I might get cut off any second now. I just got my warning light on my battery.
Okay. Well, say goodbye, Raven.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Say goodbye,
Cheers,
Shadow.
guys.
Party on, everyone. I'm hitting the end stream.